One way to keep your viewers engaged and to enhance your videos is by adding extra footage. So today we're talking about how you can add B-roll to your videos. Let's get right into it. If you're new here, my name is Liz and I help coaches and consultants add video to their business. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss any of my future content. Now you might be wondering, why is it called B-roll? Well, it's kind of the same reason that we call some sports teams the A team and the B team. The A roll is your main video footage, most of that footage that you have taken with the intention of letting that be the main video. B-roll is extra little clips, small snippets of extra footage that you have either taken yourself or maybe purchased or borrowed from somewhere so that you can intersperse them through your video. The whole purpose of adding B-roll is really to enhance that video altogether. Nowadays, people have shorter attention spans than ever. So sometimes for people to just sit and watch a full video, full length, without anything different on the screen might cause them to bounce off right away. But when you add a little bit of B-roll, it just captures the attention of that viewer again and keeps them hooked into your video. Not only that, but when you choose B-roll that is really closely aligned and relevant to what is already happening on the screen, then it allows that viewer to just have an enhanced narrative of what that topic is. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can go about getting B-roll. You can either shoot it yourself, or you can download it from some free video websites, or you can purchase them off of different paid websites. So let's talk quickly about all three of them. Now, when you're shooting your own B-roll, that basically means that you are setting up your device to take some different clips of yourself or your environment or somewhere you're going, or basically some video footage clips of something that is relevant to the video that you're already making. It's really kind of frustrating for the viewer if the B-roll clips have nothing to do with what the topic of that video is. For example, if I was making a video about my trip to the Rocky Mountains and then I showed B-roll of me playing with my puppy, that absolutely wouldn't align in any way. So you want to shoot clips that really closely align with what you're already talking about. They're already on that topic. They just give the viewer something else to look at to connect what is already being said in the main video. In order to shoot your own B-roll, that means you need to plan in advance what the topic of that video is going to be. You need to spend some time in advance just kind of brainstorming the different points of your video, and that will help you to trigger what are some B-roll shots that would be appropriate that you can actually take. Don't stress yourself out by planning very elaborate B-roll shots if you don't have the time or the resources for it. Keep them simple and keep them something that you can actually achieve just within your own space or without too much extra strain. When you are preparing to take those shots, remember, you can take them at any time. You can take them even before you shoot your main video or after you shoot your main video if more ideas come to you. But you do need to have that dedicated time to be able to shoot those extra B-roll clips. So think about whether you need any extra equipment for that. Do you need some type of a tripod to put your smartphone on just to keep it more steady? Or do you want more slow-mo or cinematic clips, in which case you can get something like a gimbal? Or you might just want to have some type of a standing tripod so that you can take those shots without having the shaky hands. And consider the lighting. The lighting also has to be good when you're taking those B-roll shots, depending on what the shot is, of course. So you have to think about all of this stuff in advance. So adding B-roll is extra work. But typically, viewers that watch video with B-roll in it have a tendency to stick around a little bit longer and feel more engaged. So if you're able to do that work, it can absolutely be worth it. Now, we're interrupting this video so that I can remind you to subscribe. I think you should do that first. And if you are interested in moving along with your video journey sooner rather than later, then go ahead and join me at my next live free webinar, where I'll be outlining for you 3 ways that you can get started with video this week itself. Be sure to look for it in the description below, and I will send you all the details. Now let's get back to our video. If it sounds like just too much work to put together your own B-roll, you can always sift through free websites, and I've linked some below, or on YouTube itself and just download some free stock footage. So again, you have to look at that footage really well to make sure that it is a good high quality resolution that suits your actual video. Now, some of that stock footage might be free for you to use, but the person who published it might still require that you actually credit the person who has created that footage. So be sure to read all of the rules and regulations about this stuff before you use it. You don't want to be using someone else's footage without giving them the appropriate credit for that and then have them come back to you. That is going to reflect really, really badly on your brand. So instead, look for free sites where you can simply download it. And if you need to credit it, just credit it in the credits or wherever that has to be done. And then you can just edit that clip. Make sure that it is good quality, that it is in the right landscape or portrait format of the video that you are already making. And then you will just be editing it so that you get the clip that you want. Again, you want to make sure it's very, very relevant to what is already being shown in that main video. And if you're not having any luck with the free resources and you just can't find what you're looking for, then of course you can consider some of the paid services. Those are usually very, very high quality pieces of video footage that really make for a wonderful presentation when they come into your own video. So you can investigate that as well. Those sites will allow you to search for thousands of different types of keywords, so you should be able to find something there that really, really closely matches with what you're looking for. So again, consider the cost of that, consider whether you need to credit the actual video creator, and then keep all of this in mind as you are deciding where you want to get your B-roll from. Now, there are a ton of ways that you can even add in your B-roll. You can have some type of interesting transition from your main video into your B-roll clip and then out of your clip back to the main video. Or you can show it as a PIP, a picture in picture, where your main video is happening and your B-roll is somewhere just in a little corner. There's so many different ways that you can do that. Sometimes when people are presenting on camera and then they make an error or they just need to look at their notes or something for a second, they want to cover that up. So then that's another great place that you can just put some B-roll on top and then your voice is just going to go in the background. So I just showed you an example of something like that right now. But it is really important to keep the tone and the pace of the video consistent. So if your video is moving along at a certain pace, then you want the B-roll to be coming in and out at a similar pace. So just be aware of that. Sometimes the B-roll can be really just kind of jarring. If the clip of the B-roll is too short and the rest of your video has longer clips, then it can feel a little bit disjointed and just kind of jar the viewer. On the other hand, if you have similar length clips or you have just short B-roll clips to match short pieces of your normal footage, then everything just moves along at the same pace and the viewer just doesn't notice any type of interruption while they're watching. Now, adding this type of B-roll can absolutely create more engagement for the viewer. While the viewer is watching the main video, every once in a while, if their attention goes to this extra footage, that can really keep them watching until the end. So if you feel like you're struggling to have your viewers watch your full videos, or they're all just dropping off within the first 10 seconds or so, consider trying out some B-roll added to your videos and see whether that helps. That can really help to retain the attention of your audience so that they stick around to the end, because it just becomes more interesting to watch. Don't consider that B-roll is like commercials when you're watching TV. It's not as annoying as that, because B-roll is meant to enhance. It's not something that's all of a sudden on a different topic that is interrupting the viewer. It is just going along with the flow of that video and adding an extra visual aid. So you need to always be testing these things and checking your analytics and your metrics. When you go back to your analytics, you can see whether the addition of B-roll in your last 10 videos, for example, have actually caused your viewers to stick around for longer and watch the entire video. So be sure to let me know in the comments below if you already use B-roll for your videos, or if you're going to get started by shooting them yourself or using some type of paid or free footage. So if you like this video, I hope that you will give it a